Hey everybody, I am downstairs. First time in a long time I am downstairs. We're not going to do a long video. I know all of y'all are laughing already, saying okay. I got a small Shein order in, and I also got an item in from Amazon that I wanted to share with y'all. And then I'm going to show you a stack of molds in just a minute, and I want to pour those with either 10-minute cure polyurethane or do some air dry clay. I think I want to get all of them done, probably not today, but I want to get them all done. And I also, there's so much I want to do because I've not been able to be down here. Also, well, I can't, okay, I'm just going to turn the camera around, but I wanted to come on and say, hey, okay, here we go. Bought this yesterday. I'm going to redo this. I don't think this is going to be a lengthy project at all. You see that stack of molds? I want every one of those poured. I also want to pour this in the terracotta mixed mold. These are the 3 packages that I got. And if we have time, I'd like to show you what alcohol ink does on the Yupo paper. And if we have time, I'd like to get these painted. I got a set of these. And I'd also like to get these done. Lots and lots of projects. I don't know how many of them we're going to get done, but I have so much to get done by June the 20th. That is my next craft show, and I am in full gear, and I'm excited, and I'm not going to be standing up this video. I've learned my lesson, and I'm going to be sitting down. But I hope we can get a bunch of this done. So I'm going to just turn this around, and I'm hoping nothing will be backwards, because I'm back at my normal setup, and I'm really excited about having it at the normal setup. I'm going to leave it at 1 for right now, and I will stand up while I'm doing this so I can see if, what you're seeing. But if everything is on mark, then I will sit down and go from there. Okay, and y'all know I'm in watercolors, and I'm still in watercolors. I'll probably always be in watercolors, but don't worry. I won't be doing just watercolors on the videos anymore. Now this is from Shein. I wanted to say, okay. Now, these are samples of watercolors. That's what this is. It's a sample dot of watercolors. And then it comes with, oh, and these are cool. Okay, it comes with these, and they're on watercolor paper. They are most definitely on watercolor paper. And this is the ocean theme. Look at the jellyfish and the whale and the fish. Now see, this would, and the coral. This would be just really good. Oh, and the seahorse. This would be really good, easy fun. I want to have pictures of everything that you can sort of go by or do your own thing. I do like it, the fact that it comes with everything that you need. It comes with the water brush, it comes with the paint, and it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this cost me $3.52. Now I've got more of these coming, but yeah, that was well worth that. Okay, and this is the round watercolor paper, and I got this because I've got a round frame mold, and I want to be able to do just really quick watercolor, abstract, whatever I feel like doing, and then making the little frame mold to go in it. It would be a quick, easy, fun thing for me to do for the upcoming craft fair. And there's 50 of these, and I paid $2.78 for this pack. And I thought there, yeah, and there's a square pack. Now my thought process on these was I could also do watercolor on these and then put them in my coasters and put them in resin. Now I don't know if they're going to fit. I think they are, because they're under 4. They're right under 4, and I think they fit perfectly in my square coasters. So we may try that too. But this was the same price as this right here. And I know I'm going really fast, but that's okay. I got these because when I looked again at Temu for these, they had quadruple in price. And these have got 12 of the watercolor brushes. 12 of them. On Amazon, they were like $18, and I paid $2.40. I think it was $2.45. And there's smaller ones, and there's bigger ones. And see, these do just pop off. Well, wait a minute. Yep, it is still. Oh wow, wait a minute. Yeah, it is still reversed. And there's really big ones. I don't have one that big. And these are great to use. These are really, really good to use. Whoop. I'm unscrewing it. And I'm not going to open all these, but these were just bigger ones. And for that amount of money, I knew I couldn't get them cheaper anywhere else. Especially with summer coming on, I can go outside. I don't have to worry about having all the water. Oh wow, these are teeny. These are not what I thought they were. Oh well. Oh wow, these are little itsy bitsy. They were supposed to be like clear, like pet transparency stickers, and no, these are not. These are not. They're steampunk, but no, these are not. And they're stickers. They're just not the type of stickers they said there. They were. But these were only like $1.25. Oh, I like the typewriter. And I can find something to do with them, I'm sure. But these are not. I thought they were the transparent ones. And then I think that's it. Is that it? No. There's something else in here. It wasn't much. It was. Oh, I'm excited about those. Okay, we'll get to those in a minute. And then I got these because these were only $2. I think these were $2.18 without looking. Let me see if I can get them open. And these are permanent markers. You have to be smarter than the package. Where is... Oh wow, and then these are wrapped. But these are permanent extra fine point paint, and one is black and one is white. And yes, you can use these with acrylic or watercolor painting. Marks on anything. Oh, these are oil based. Oh, they might work on molds then. Okay. And then this was, I think, the last thing. These two are the last things that I got from Prime, from Amazon. Set for return if I want to return them. No, that's just the packing slip. Okay. These are Rub and Buff, and I love Rub and Buff. And oh my gosh, I've been using Rub and Buff since I was in my teens. That's how long it's been around, and I love it. I got the antique gold, the silver leaf, the gold leaf, and the ebony, which is the black. And this stuff is wonderful. And if you close it and you take care of it, this will last you years. Years and years and years. And you can apply it by sponge, by brush, by finger, well, however you feel the most comfortable. And this, I believe, is another mold. I think. Yeah. Oh, yes, this is the mold. And I think they were out of them last time I looked. I think I got one of the last couple that they had. I'm sure they'll restock, but and this is it's a lizard, but it looks almost like a dinosaur lizard. I don't know. There's a name for it. I know y'all are laughing at me, saying, Beth, I bet you Laura knows what this is. Ooh, that's shiny. Oh, look at how shiny that is. That is going to make a gorgeous, we're doing resin today, y'all. We're going to do this in resin and camellia powders, or intense. Look at how shiny that mold is. Oh. Yep, here comes resin. We're doing it today. Okay. And this came from Shein. And this is the main reason why I went to Shein to do an order. I was looking for these. I want to make a mold of them. I don't know if you've heard of the trend. I have, and I so want to be part of it. I so do want to do this. I was just looking for one. Jesus loves you. It's just a little bitty. I got these because I wanted to make a mold, so I could make as many as I wanted to. And that is raised. I don't know if you can tell that or not. Can you tell it? That's raised. That Jesus loves you is raised. And all the detail, even the eyeballs, everything is raised. Everything is 3D. And I'm hoping to make a mold. And I'm going to make a mold with 5 of them so I can pour 5 at the same time. Because there's a phrase that people are using. I've been Jesus today. And that means that they've gone somewhere and they found one of these settings somewhere. And I don't know if this is happening everywhere, but around here it happens a lot. When I went to the orthopedic doctor yesterday, was that yesterday? No, it was on Wednesday, and this is Friday, by the way. The receptionist that checked me in had one of these. I said, oh, I said, that is so awesome. You've been Jesus. And she looked at me surprised. She said, yes. She said, I found it. Just setting it in one of the waiting areas back there. I said, that's so awesome. I said, I'm waiting for my order to come in so I can make a mold so I can start leaving them everywhere. And I think the reason why this is so popular and people, it's a non-confrontal way of just a gentle, soft reminder that yes, there is someone out there that cares for you, and yes, you are most definitely loved. And sometimes something this tiny and this small can make all the difference in somebody's world. I know that to be a fact. So if I can play just a small little piece of that, and he's missing his little eye right there. I just noticed that. It's the only one. Okay. And I probably will not use that one. I'll probably just paint an eye and give that out and use these to make the mold. So I'll have 4 in a mold. But I just think it would be a wonderful... Uh-oh. Did it go down? Okay. There. Oh, you can see them better now. And you can see how 3D they are. And you can see that the letters were raised. So I'm excited about those. And those are going to be a mold. Okay. And because I want to do this, and I do, we're gonna do this first. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the Let's Resin machine cleared over here. I know you can't see me, but I'm taking all the junk that I've got sitting up here inside my Let's Resin machine. And I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. I'm going to go ahead and set it up here. Okay, let me get this stuff out of the way. No, I had not planned on doing resin today. See, that is my videos in a nutshell, y'all. I do not pre-plan, but as soon as I saw how gorgeous that was and how intense that was, I knew I was going to have to, okay, and I'm looking for, that's just colorful, sharp, but oh, I like that. What is this? That's Chameleon powder teal. I know I'm going to use this. Okay. Wait a minute. Is this the intense? This is Let's Resin. This is the intense Chameleon gold. This is the green. Okay. That says maple, black cherry. I want the blue. Why don't I have the blue? That's gold. Black cherry. I think that's all of them that I have. See if I've got any of the blue. I got the grape. Okay. I'm over here to see if I've got it. Okay, that is the colors we're going to be using. And now I've got to find my Q-tips. So that's what I want to put on. See, I thought I was all ready. And no, I am not ready at all. There's some Q-tips I can use. I guess these are not what I wanted though. I wanted my bigger ones. I'm looking, y'all. Be patient with me. Okay. It's been a while since I've been down here. And I'm looking for my, like my eyeshadow. And I've hid them for myself, evidently. Those are the Chameleon flakes. And I know I have a whole huge thing of them. I just don't know where I have put them. They're in a cup somewhere. Okay. We'll figure it out. But those are easier to use. Or a brush. But the best thing to use are those. And Karen got me a bunch of black ones. And I've hid them for myself. And I'm going to have to stop looking and just go with the flow because we have so much I want to get done. And I don't want this to be a 2-hour video because I can't stand on my foot or even have it hanging down for that long. So, let me see if I don't have an old brush I can use. Yes, these are my old brushes. I think that's going to be too soft, but it's going to be too hard, I think. It's definitely too hard. This is a makeup brush. That might be good. Alrighty. Oh, the eyeballs. Oh, and I have glass eyes somewhere and I do not know where they are. Oh, see, I was not prepared for this. And I'm not going to stop and look for my glass eyeballs. So, we are just going to... something. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. We're going to try out this pen. It's oil based. Let's see if it... Well, I'm trying to get it to get started here. I'm trying to keep my foot up. Yeah, oh, I don't think I've talked to y'all. Yeah, I told you that the doctor put me in a boot. I showed it to you in my last video. He told me that I had about another month to go. And thankfully it was not broke. It was not broke. But only because my bones were really, he said I had great bones. It crushed my foot, all my tissue and everything. My whole foot was bruised on the inside, all the way down to my bone. Okay, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but there is a little circle. And it's not easy to do this. There's a little circle. I'm going to stretch it out in hopes that you can see it. This is oil based and it's still not working. Okay, well now we know. Maybe it will work. Okay, I got it stretched out. It'd be much easier just to put your own eyeballs in here, but it's not working at all. That one did. Why did that work so well and the other one did not? Yeah, I'm just trying to get... because that did. You see that dot right there? But this did not. I have Q-tips. This is not starting off good, is it? No, because I don't have what I need down here. Okay, let's draw all over. Let's get this off and start all over and see if we can't get it to work again. Oh, that's wild. Why did it work on the other and not this one? Okay, well, we're going to do this. Yeah, most of these don't even work. That's the reason why I've not been using them. Nope. Okay, good enough. Okay, this is not going to be easy. Good gracious. I will clean whatever gets on pieces like this. I'll clean it off before I put the intent. It's just blowing that way. It's just, maybe I should just put this all over it the way it's, but I don't want to do that. I wanted this just to be on the eyeballs. I'm trying to do it so where you can see it, but it would be a lot easier. Okay. Now I've got some I'm not used to setting y'all, so it's easier to do this if you were prepared to do this. And even though I take it, you know, I don't ever write out a itinerary of my videos. Some people do. But I'm just spontaneous and go with the flow. But at least most of the time I have a clue to what I'm going to be doing, and I had no clue that I was going to be doing this today. And to be quite honest, this is probably not the best thing for me to be doing today because of my foot. But we've started, so we're going to finish it. I'm getting alcohol wipes, y'all. I just got this mold in. I was really excited. But I had no idea it was that shiny on the inside. And when you got a mold that shiny, it screams resin. I mean 100%. And I'm not too concerned about getting every piece since I'm going to be using intense Chameleon powders anyway. I just wanted the eyes to have something. Okay. So I'm going to leave it just like that. And this is what I'm using. If you didn't see, it's got a lot of different colors. And then that way, it was not just okay. Come on, it's going everywhere except for where it's supposed to go. Okay, come on. Okay. That's good enough for right now. So we can get on to getting the color in and then getting and I think what I'll do is I'll just put yellow. I don't think any of it stayed in there. None of it stayed in there this time. Oh, good gracious. Okay, hold on just a minute, y'all. I have to do it this way to get it on there. I'm spreading it out over close to me. Okay. Good enough. We're going to start putting the Chameleon powders in, and I'm going to do the yellow. Right on the eyeballs. Okay. And then I am going to take and make sure I don't have yellow. On the outside of the eyeball. And I'm sort of doing this in a hurry. Because I still want to do so many other things while this is drying. Okay. And then let's go with a little bit of the grape. And I am using cotton swabs. And I'm sort of just putting it in different areas. All the way around. because I don't want any part of this to be one color. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to pick up the green, and I'm putting it around the eye. Sort of doing this so I can get in here and see what I am doing here. Okay. And we're going to go back with the blue a little bit more. I'm using the same Q-tip. Okay. I am going to use a little bit of the yellow, which is not intense, but it's still a really pretty yellow. Just for a little bit of highlight. Okay. Just here and there. Okay. Okay, which one is this? That is the gold. Black cherry, I'm hoping is sort of a reddish color. Oh no, it's not. It's more of a bronzy. I don't know if I like that color or not. Okay. And now I'm going to take a brush. I'm to take this brush. Put this stuff up. And I'm going to give it a good coat all over. So wherever color is not, the green will be. Oh no, the brush got hairs all over. Okay. Okay. I'm just cleaning this off so I can set it back on here. And I did use some alcohol. And I do this because it helps me to pour it more evenly if I do not have the color on the edges of the mold. Now, rather or not, it's just me, or it would help everybody, I don't know. But I have noticed that it does help me, so I do it. Hi, Eric. I'm right in the middle of doing a YouTube video. Can I call you back? Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Sorry. That is one of the healthcare workers for Debbie. And he was here today, so I knew it wasn't. It's probably setting an appointment or something, but he's real good about leaving a text, so. Okay, and that's all I need right there. And you know what? I could do this with 10-minute cure polyurethane resin. It wouldn't matter with all this. I wonder if I could do it in black. That would be perfect. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it with the 10-minute cure polyurethane resin. I was gonna do it with regular resin. I'm so sorry. That's probably Eric leaving me a text message. I was gonna do it with polyurethane resin and use a filler. But with the Chameleon powder, and I could use black in there, and I could actually use a filler in with the 10-minute cure also, so where it wouldn't take that much. We're going to try it. We're going to try the 10-minute cure polyurethane, because that way you can see it. It's quicker. And we'll know if that works, right? Right. Maybe. Hopefully. We'll know in a few minutes. So I don't really need this, but I'm going to go ahead and use it because that way I can pick it up and move it over there. And we can go on with something else while we're waiting for that to get dry. So I used the 10-minute cure Let's Resin polyurethane. I'm sure there's other ones out there, but I've never used any of them, so I can't tell you if the other ones are any good or not. I can tell you this one works wonderful. And yes, I have mica powder all over my hands. And I am putting a mask on. Yeah, once I get glass. And I'm wondering how much it's going to take for that. As a filler. I know I can, and it's black, so, and I'm just going to use those two with a filler. That should be enough, and that is my hack or cheat that I use to make my resin go further. I get that at the Dollar Tree. Okay, and you can see this. You can see all that. Alrighty. I'm looking for my black colorant, which is right here. This is what I use to color it black. Let me go ahead and put this mask on. Where's the black coming from? Okay. We have A. And we have B. Uh-oh. Well, And I'm just mixing it in one. It doesn't matter, A or B. But I'm just mixing it before you put the two together, because you don't have time to do this with the 10-minute cure polyurethane resin. And I don't care if it turns total black or not. I don't care if it's a gray with the black stones. It will be dark enough to help with the Chameleon powders. I'm just cutting open. Something fell. I'm going to pour some of these. And I'm going to mix that up. And I'm going to pour wait till I feel it getting warm. Most of the time I wait till I mix it up and then pour. And I hope that was not a mistake, because I don't feel it getting warm. So I'm just going to keep on mixing it. Okay, I mixed way too much. So let's just get the stuff in something. This is setting here, so let's just get it in and okay. And I'm going to mix a little bit up to finish that. So let me get some more cups. This time a little bit smaller, I think. Yeah, let's try this. I think maybe that would be enough. in case I spill it. Yep. Okay. Let's just do this to see if it will come through a little bit. I don't know if it will because it's white. But we will try it and see. Okay. I'm just stirring until it gets hot or warm. And it is, it's getting warm. And we have some left. I don't know what this is. I don't think we have enough left for that. Let's see if we've got enough for a couple of nests. I paint those anyway, so oh, perfect. Okay. Okay, we are going to move these over here. Set something to level it. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Okay, and that did it. Woo-wee! Okay, off with the gloves. And the mask. Whew, now I can breathe. Do those masks bother you? Sometimes they don't, but sometimes they do. Are these my eyeballs? Oh my gosh. Okay, where did these come from? Where did the eyeballs come from, y'all? That's not even funny. They weren't here before. Okay, we're going to go on to the next project, and that's to paint this and get this a different look. And we're going to go, I'm going to sage green. So let's see if I can find a sage green. Yes, sage green. This is going to be real fast. This is not going to take long. You know what? I just realized I'm downstairs. Is that thing beeping? I don't hear it. Do y'all? Nope. I went in there and checked. It is not beeping. And I'm pulling out some old paint brushes. And we're going to just... Well, maybe we're not. Okay. I am just doing this, trying to get the lid off the paint. And I'm going to bring this back down to, yeah, there you go. That way you can see it a little bit better. Okay. Maybe not. There it goes. I know when the lid gets hot and it still doesn't come off. Okay, I do have to stir this up. Whenever your paint looks like that, you need to stir it. And this is almost full. I bought this, oh, probably a year ago, and I've used it, but I mean, it goes so far. You don't have to use a lot of chalk paint to get a really good coverage. Normally, I just buy the little bottles of chalk paint because they last me forever, but I was on a sage kick, and I was painting so many different things sage, and this was cheaper in the long run, so this is my second bottle and I bought 2 bottles a year ago, and I have almost a full bottle left of this one. Okay. And I don't want to waste that paint, so this is what I do when I can't stick that. And I probably have enough to do most of this cup on the top right here. I'm probably going to have to put 2 coats on this one because of it being a smooth surface. And I got this at Salvation Army yesterday, and I paid 75 cents for it because it was $1, and you get 25% off on Senior Day. So oh, and y'all, I did not get the jump thing, the jump. I called John to come get it, and he showed up, and I went up front and asked if they could have somebody, you know, help get it out. And so one of the guys brought it up to the front. He said, you know, there's legs missing. And of course, I did not know there was legs missing because it was that part of it was to the wall and I couldn't really see it. And I said, oh no. And there was 4 legs missing. And I did not know if I could find the legs to replace them or not. And even though it was only $20, not knowing if I could find the legs or not, so I didn't get it. I did not buy that. Now I have gone on Amazon and looked, and they do have some that are cheaper, so I'm thinking about just going with the cheaper one. And you know, I just realized I made a boo-boo. You see that seam right there? You can sand that down. You see that thing right there? And I'll show you because I did it on others. That just means I'm going to have to repaint it right there. Take an X-Acto knife, and you can just shave them right off. See? But I'm not going to go through and do the whole thing again. But you can get that seam off if you don't want that seam. On there. And I told you, I didn't have to dip my brush back into that thing. I'm going to hold it. What I got off of that craft stick was enough to paint the whole thing. Now I may be missing a few areas, but I don't think so. I think it's... Nope, nope. Let me get what's in the top there. And get up underneath here because I can't see. I should have done that part first, but that's okay. Okay, and I'm going to help it along just a little bit. Hold your ears. Just so I can go ahead and get the second coat. Ooh, so I can go ahead and get the second coat. And then we'll set that over and let that start drying with the second coat. And we're going to go ahead and do some other things. Yeah, I don't want that paint setting in there. I want that texture to show up. So, okay. This is Memorial Day weekend, and I had forgotten all about that. Of course, we don't have any plans. Dan has to work Saturday and Sunday. Debbie's still pretty weak. Of course, anybody would be. She was in the hospital almost 2 weeks, so... was sleeping when I came down here. Of course, Dan was up there watching TV. Okay, I think that's good enough. Can I pick it up? Okay, I can pick it up. You want to make sure that I'm getting the edges good, and then I will set it back down, and if it sticks, then and I'll paint the bottom later, but I just want to make sure. This already looks so much nicer than that really cheap looking plastic silver on there. Now this would have made a really cool candle, but because it is plastic, there's no way that you can put a real candle in there. If it had been metal, it would have been a really cool thing to do. Actually, pour candle wax in and make this into a candle that you could have closed the lid when you weren't using it, where it looked like a decorative Stein, but then it was actually a very usable. It had a function, and I love stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I'm going to make sure that I don't paint it shut, which I almost did, as you can see. Okay. And I will have to paint a little bit on the inside when this dries, but that's okay. One coat for that would be good enough. And I don't have any water in here. Oh, goodness gracious. But I can get some real quick. I do have an empty mason jar, and I do have a bottle of water. So I am going to just do that, because we're going to be painting more than one thing. Okay, we're going to move this over here for right now. I'm going to pick this up, and we are going to paint these. Actually, I don't think we're going to be painting on those or the inside, and we're going to be doing that in a cotton white, I think. Let me see what. I don't know if I want cotton white or if I want cotton white. And we're basically just going to be dry brushing that. I'm going to just put some. I don't want those flakes to be in it, so. Goodness, I know it's not empty. And all the flakes came out same time the paint did. And that's enough. I am going to take an alcohol wipe. And just make sure it's clean down in there. And I probably should clean my hands off so I don't get this. Okay, let me get some of this off of my hands real quick, just so I don't get that color on the frame, because I'm not painting the frame, I'm just painting the inside. I like the color of the frame, actually. It's very close to a deeper sagey green. And they don't have to be perfect. They just need. But I'll tell you what, chalk paint is not easy to get off your hands. Baby wipe. I have a. Okay. I miss my Huggy wipes. Huggy wipes are so much. They're bigger and they're better wipes. They're more durable. These things just tear. Of course, you know, they're the ones from the Dollar Tree, but sometimes I think you're better off to buy ones that are a little bit higher price, but in the long run, you're getting more for your money that way. I should have put gloves on. I've got it on my knuckles. I got it everywhere, y'all. Do y'all do that when you paint, or am I just the messy one? Okay, I think that's good enough. And this is going to have to take 2 coats at least, because I'm covering the happy home up. This is almost the same color, so if I don't get it all over it, you're really not going to notice it that much. And we are putting something over the top of this. So let me just do this to get the first coat down. I just don't want to get it on the grain. I said that and then I just got it on the grain. Not too bad. I think I can sand that right off. Okay. Yeah, you can see I'm not being as careful with this one as I was the first one, because I realized that I'm going to have to put a second coat on, so just getting it on here. Is what I need to do. Okay, and then we are going to, it's a brush hair. Okay, we're going to dry this real fast. This may take 3 coats. That's the reason why I'm going to go ahead and dry this to get the second coat on there. Since I'm using such a light color. But I put a really thin coat, so it should dry really, really fast. I think it's already dry. Yes, it is. Okay. It's awfully thick. I'm going to have to put a little bit more on. over there. I think I have a brand new one of these. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Cottage white. Oh yeah, this is much better. I think the other was dried out a little bit. This is much easier to work with. Yep, I got places. But I'll wait for it to dry and then I will sand off where I got the white on it. Okay. Okay, and both of those are still drying, so we're going to move along. And I am just removing this white paint from there. We are going to move these two over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring the new mold, the new lizard mold that we did. And that should be cured enough, I hope. And hoping this is dry enough to move over here. So I got white paint all over me too. I'm telling you, I can't paint without getting it everywhere. I need to paint my bathroom, and oh, I'm not looking forward to having to do that because I tend to get more of it on the floor than I do on the walls. Okay. Now we are going to pull this back up here and hope that it's ready to go. Oh, that's not, why is that not? Okay. Was that just filled, oh yeah, that was the A or something. Okay. Remember, y'all, this is a really dull. This is not going to cut the mold in any way whatsoever. And those of y'all that have been watching me long enough know this, but if you've not, then you're probably freaking out saying, why is she using an X-Acto knife on it? Okay. I'm just doing this now, so I don't have to do this later. For me, it's easier. You don't have to do this. Okay. That's a little odd right there, but Sorry. Okay. Let's go with this first. Let's leave that for last. And I knew this was not going to be white because I just mixed it up. No. Okay, this is not easy to get out. And this is just because we had some left over. So I used what I was going to use, the terracotta, mixed the mold in. I just grabbed it to do this. Just so I wouldn't waste it. Okay. And well, it's not the prettiest thing, but I am deburring this. Whoop. Okay. Now I probably will be painting this. I like the color of that. I don't mind the inside either. I don't like that. And the glitter didn't show. See, it did not show anywhere through here, and I was hoping maybe it would. But it showed a little bit in the bottom. Can you see that? And of course, I can always use a bowl. I can always use a bowl. So it won't go to waste. Okay, and of course these, I make these all the time, and I paint these. And I think this summer I'm going to be making a bunch of these with little birds and then passing those out too. Just having them sit there. And anything that brings a little joy to people. I think that's awesome. Okay, and we will set these. And if for y'all that don't know, this is what I'm talking about. That's what I make with the little bird's nest. It looked like these before I painted them. Here's one that I don't have the bird on yet. Alrighty. So, keep your fingers and your toes and your knees, your hands. Oop. I'm going to knock it over. I hope this turns out. I was so excited for this. I don't want it to be all green. I want it to have all different colors. I'm going to pull it off toward me. Wow. Okay. What do y'all think? You think it's going to be all grain after all that? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, the eyeballs didn't do anything. I wasted all that time. I wish I'd put more color in it, but yeah, even the yellow came through. See the hint of yellow? Even around the eyeball, if you look, the yellow. Oh, and the black's still there. The black eye. Well, let's see if the black will work on that, because the black definitely would not work. It's not working. That's weird. And yes, it needs a little bit of trimming up, but oh, I like that. I'm not a lizard person, but I like that. It's a chunky little lizard. Like chunky cats, we have a chunky lizard. Oh, this is a cute little thing. I know, I like doing this. If I want to make sure that I can control what I'm taking off versus the deburring tool. Now, I really like the deburring tool for the mix to mold. And I feel like I repeat myself a lot when I'm doing this, and I do, but the thing is some of y'all that have been watching me have heard me say this many times, but if you're new to my channel, then you've not heard me, so that's why I keep repeating certain things. So everybody knows. I'm basically just going by the way it looks and looking to see if something needs to be trimmed off. And that needs to be trimmed off right there. But it's really not too bad, especially with the 2-minute cure polyurethane. That tends to overflow on me worse than anything else. And this didn't too bad, so okay. So what do y'all think? You think I should do the eyes in gold? I'm looking. Oh, here it is. That's not gold. That is... Okay, but then I have an idea. Wait a minute. I don't want all of it. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Oh wow, really? Well, that sort of bites. Well, let's see. Just let's seriously, what's the deal with these things? Let's resin to both of them? Seriously? Okay. Now let me know if you've had the same problem. Wow, that really does bite. Okay. I really wanted that color. I wanted that color. Hmm. Hmm. I think I like the black in his eyes better though. So let's see. Oh no. Well, I'll tell you what, these, oh, that's my chrome pen. But the lid, okay. See, that's crazy. That's broke too. Here's another one. Liquid chrome. These came off of Temu. And I can't even get it open. Oh, that one's good though. Okay. But nothing's coming out. Yeah, I'm soaking it in alcohol. There's a little bit of alcohol right here in the tip. Nope. Okay. Well, so much for... Let's see if this is... Okay. Now let's get the black on there because it looks better with the black tip. Well, not the black tip, but the... And nothing's working. Oh, this is crazy. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, the black looks better. Okay. So look, oop. I really like this little lizard. I like the little lizard. Okay, that's cool. Wow, that brain mica. Let's see how easy it is to get it out of this mold, y'all. I want to see how good this mold is. This is an alcohol wipe. If it's a good mold, it should clean up really easy. It has to do with the type of silicone that they use to make the molds with. If you have a mold that stains your very first time you use it, they didn't use a good silicone rubber. I'm sure there's exceptions to that rule, but I have found the better made molds don't stain nearly as easily as the cheap ones. And it's coming out pretty good. There's a lot of it on the outside. I don't want to spend all the time cleaning this, but I did want to see, since this is a new mold, I wanted to see if it still was as shiny as it was, because it was so shiny when it came out. And I got so excited, and that's the reason why I decided to do this in resin. And since I used the intense Chameleon colors, it wouldn't have made any difference if I'd used epoxy resin or the 10-minute cure as far as the final look. So that's the reason why I decided to go with the 10-minute cure. The polyurethane resin does have a different feel, but it's actually, I believe, more solid and more durable, because the heat does not affect it like it affects epoxy resin. If you live in a hot climate, sometimes your epoxy resin pieces will get sticky, or they'll start getting soft. Okay, and I think this will clean up really good. And it's still shiny, and that's what I wanted to see, and I wanted you to be able to see it. So I really, really, really like this mold. That's that mold. Okay. So we've made a mold. No, we've made a mold. Seriously? We made a bowl. We have made a lizard. We have made 2 birds' nests. We have painted a Stein. We have, these should be dry enough. And even though they're not totally, and they're not dry, but I'm going to try to finish them. And because I think the pieces are going to be covering most of this, I'm going to go ahead and put the pieces in there. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to get where I got some paint. I'm just taking my X-Acto knife. And I don't care that I'll just take it and put it in different places so where it looks natural. Okay. And then we're going to take, and I like this one. So let's take, I think he just, yep. And I'm just going to put that in there. And then I think I'm going to use the giraffe. Although the elephant, the color, no, let's just go with the giraffe. And I am gonna put a little bit, I think I'm gonna put a little bit of resin in there, or I could just spray them. I could just spray them a little bit. I don't want to do UV resin because I don't want to have to let them set under the lamp so long. Although UV resin would work. A really, really fine coat of it. Okay. Let's just see. I don't think I have enough UV resin left to do this though. I don't. Okay, not clear UV resin. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is just spray those. But see, that was so easy, and that is so cute. And I would have bought 2 more of these at the Dollar Tree, and so I could have done all 4. That was $1.25, so $2.50, and another $1.25. If I had have bought 5, it would have cost $6.75 to get 4 pictures if I could have found 2 more of those at the, and that would have been adorable to put in hanging up in a child's room, a baby's room, or a toddler's room. And I think I'm going to just do a seal coat. I could put Mod Podge, but I think I want the spray, so it's more smooth, I think. But I like the matte. No. Okay, see? I've typed myself right into it. I want the matte. The matte. So, I'm going to just pour some on here. Way too much. Way too much. But I can get it off. I'm looking for a soft brush. Let's see. Yeah, that's a soft brush. Okay. Okay, let's just get it in here and go all the way around. Yeah, I am not taking any kind of and I will go ahead and do the inside too so they look, but I don't want the outside. That is one thing I do not, which means I need to wipe off any that okay. Yeah, this brush is losing brush hairs badly. So make sure that the brush you're using oh, for goodness gracious. Okay, yeah. Do you believe that? That's going in the trash. look at all the hairs. I might have to, oh, they're everywhere. I might have to start all over again. Let's see. Oh, there's another one. I think I'm going to have to start all over. That brush had little, and I can't get them. Maybe this will work. Maybe I got all the hairs off. Maybe. Nope, there's another one right there. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's another one right there. Yeah, no. We're going to just start all over. I don't want the hairs. And don't be afraid to do this. And if it seems like it's drying, and you can take an alcohol wipe and do this. It will come off because it's not totally dry. Okay, we're going to start all over again. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, this is a little sponge brush. Darn, do you believe it? There's... Oh my gosh, y'all. I have never had such a horror. Okay, that one's got the Mod Podge on it. Woohoo! We're going to use a new one of these. Okay, we finally got it without any hairs in it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit, just a little bit of this gray and the white. Okay. And let's see, where is the brush that, okay. Oh my gosh, oh y'all, I'm telling you, every bush I've got is losing hairs. Yeah, I want some texture. Let's see if I can get it this way without getting any hairs. And the paint. And see, I put the Mod Podge on, so this stuff just wipes right off, which is a really good thing. It's not dark enough for me. That's almost the perfect color right there. Yep. It pretty much is the color right there. So and it doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. I'm just trying to blend. I don't think I've ever dealt with brush hairs like this, ever. Okay, and I can wipe this off if I don't like it. Which one do you like the best? I'm not sure. I sort of like the texture because it makes it look more painted. but I also like the stark difference between I don't know. Yeah, I know I'm getting it all over the place. I can clean it up though, so to me it's faster to do it like this. Yeah, I'm just making a mess. I should have left them alone. But they're still cute. So I'm going to just, oh my word. I don't know. Do I not own a brush that... Okay, so I sort of like them like that. I like the texture it gives. And then I'll put another coat of Mod Podge when they are done, when they're drying. And then let's see if this is dry enough. I don't think this is dry enough to do what I wanted to do. But we will try. But if it's not dried, then that means that it's going to just come off. me just put it on there. And let me dry it again. I'm just trying to get the Mod Podge off my hand so it does not stick to this. Okay. 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 And I'm going to go ahead and paint the bottom of this, and I'm not going to do it here, but I am going to spray this, and I'm going to spray it with a matte spray. Sorry, I'm going to spray it with a matte spray, and I may, let's see if there's any of these that will go with that. Do I want gold leaf or do I want silver? Let's go with gold, even though I sort of would say silver. It's not open. The little end's got a little pokey thing. You just push it and it opens it. And this has got a lot of, yeah. You don't want to let out all that, so I'm sort of just trying to knead it back in the bottle. And if you get into a little area like that and you can't, then you take a brush and you do it with a brush in the hard to reach areas. And that stuff will come off with alcohol, but you got to get it off pretty quickly. If you get it somewhere where you don't want it, or if you get way too much on there. And so you can do this. Now I actually like the white better than the gold, but that is just I'm not much of a gold person. I lean more towards silver. But I do understand that there's a lot of people out there that really like gold. So, and you don't have to do a lot. You could just do little touches just to accent. And it does not have to be perfect either. And I think I'm going to, okay, let's do the bird. Let's just highlight the bird. Okay, so we highlighted the bird, and we'll do the same thing over here. We'll highlight the bird. Okay, and I got a little bit more than what I wanted on there. So you see I'm taking the alcohol wipe. And I'm just taking it off. Now you can do that while it's still a little damp. You cannot do that once it dries. Rub and buff is just that. It's made to buff. And we're going to leave it like that. But that looks like a totally different piece from what I should have taken before and after pictures. But you know what it looked like. And I might go back and take a picture of what it looked like prior to. So that right there. And that was only $1. And that's what the inside looks like. And yes, I probably need to just go and clean that up and take the paint off of there and put some rub and buff. In fact, I'll do that now while I've got it. Because this rub and buff will not come off. So if you've got a piece like this, and let me just go around here. It would have been so much easier if we'd done silver though, because it was silver on the inside. I don't want to break the top, and if I push too hard, I know I will, because it's just plastic and it's old. And there you have it. And let's just dry this a little bit. Whoop. And I could actually put a cork bottom on that if I wanted to. Or if I just didn't even want, I could put cork right there and cover this bottom up. Which I might do, because it will make it look more so let me know what you think. Yeah, for something this cost me 75 cents, and it did. It looked like that when we started. I'm going to spray it, and it looks so much better. It really does. And it just shows you that just because something looks one way doesn't mean that it can't look totally different. I don't know how long I've been doing this. We didn't get any of those molds done, but at this point, yeah, I'm at 2:59, 2 hours and 59 minutes. So I'm going to call it a night, and I did not sit down. I have been on my feet this whole time, which don't tell the doctor that. So we are going to do a recap of everything that we got done. I'm going to try to clean my mess up real quick. Okay, we got those. We got this cute lizard. We got the bowl that I'm already using. The bowl. And of course, we got the little nest. Oh, and this. And of course that. So, yeah, we got a few things done, right? My favorite, of course, is this. My next favorite is this. I really like the way that turned out, and I knew I would. And these are cute as a button. And once I get, you see how this toned down? When that dries, it gives it just a little bit of texture, and I'm all about texture. So I'm actually very happy that I did that. This, I need to do a little bit something too, but I will. But right now, I'm actually using it. So I want to thank each and every one of you for watching my video, for joining me. I am so happy to be back downstairs. I don't know how often I can come down. But I have all these molds over here. Let me span it out. Nope. Why did it get closer? Oh. All these molds over here. A stack of molds over here. I mean, and I want to pour all those. And I also want to show you about the Yupo paper and the alcohol ink. I think you'll have fun with it. I know that I do and did. I hope y'all have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. And I'm going to ask you to hit that thumbs up like button for me. And if you've not subscribed, please do so. I've had several of y'all to say that you lost me. You didn't know where I was, that you didn't see any of my videos. YouTube wasn't sending you any kind of notification on there. And I don't know what's up with YouTube. My views have dropped tremendously. My videos haven't changed. I'm not doing anything different. I think there is something going on, because I'm not the only one that's having issues like that. So if you can do me a favor and hit that notification bell if you haven't, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. YouTube should send you a notification when I put a new video up. And if you're subscribed to me, you can go under your subscriptions and find me that way anytime you want to. And so that would be a good thing to do. Alrighty, once again, I'm going to say thank you so much, and see you again real soon. Bye-bye.